Hey, I love how we had Milan Lucic on the show, and I'm not sure if you saw this. It sounds like he's going back to Boston, man. So right away, it's like the Leafs need to respond to that, and they have been linked to Ryan Reeves and Austin Watson. I love this. Like I again, this is more what I expect from Brad Treliving. I'm not expecting a full roster of fighters, but I think if there's a takeaway I have from this Leafs team, the last 10 years, it's they're pushed around too much, Rosie.
They totally are. They're totally too soft. And that's an old. You're beating
Yeah.
that drum too much. Someone said, like, fucking, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's the reality of the situation. That's why we're going into free agency. That's why we're going to the draft. We want to address the problems of the team. That's why we do this bloody show. So we will beat that drum until it's addressed. Until we see, that we're satisfied that this is where it needs to go. That's why we do it. Doesn't mean we're always right or we're perfect or everything needs to be in the way we say it. No, but we constantly notice the same problem and we want it addressed. And it looks like that could be done with those guys. It just never ceases to amaze me how Revo can stay in the league. Like, total testament to him to be as tough as he is and to stay in the league this day and age. Like, it's so fast, it's so quick. Like, there's so many kids, you can't really hit and crush, and fighting's kind of going down, and he just continues to prove his worth and to get contracts and get jobs and stay on rosters. And testament to him, both on the ice and in the locker room, and all the qualities that he's provided to teams over the last decade, where a lot of guys like him, myself included, have fallen off and not been able to stay in the league. And great for him to be able to do that. And that Watson kid's tough kid too, right? And provide some edge. And I want to go down his rabbit hole a little bit and check him out, watch some video, look at his stats,
Yeah.
see interviews, and see what it's like. But I just love the way we're shining a light towards beefing up, as you call it there,
Yeah.
because it's needed, man. It's so needed. Again, when we're in those tough games where just the wheels are spinning, I would love to have an energy line out there that. And again, like, people always misconstrue that, oh, we don't need some meathead out there, some enforcer.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that, dude. This isn't 2004 where hey, dude, you want to square up? Good luck, man. No reason. Like, fucking, that's done. That's everyone knows that. I'm not living
Yeah.
in 2004. I need some energy. I need some physicality. I need some fu on the roster, and that will only grow. The Marners of the world a little couple inches taller out there and give them some room. And I've had so many star players that don't play like that say, I like it when I have a guy on my team that can do that. I like it when I get some room. I like it when the team over there isn't down my throat. And I've played where if you got a team over there full of guys that play that way, you conduct yourself accordingly unless you're ready to get into the muck. And so many guys are not willing to get into the muck that when you have a Reeves or a Watson or some guys over there that are right there chomping at the bit to just fly around and buzz and get in your face, then all right, maybe tonight's not the night I'm going to be an idiot and get down Mitch Marner's throat and run Austin Matthews and take that extra chop after the whistle. Maybe I'll just kind of hang out because I don't feel like dealing with that. It is a real thing. It is real as anything, and the Leafs are lacking it so far. So I love that they're addressing it.
Character, right? And I think along those lines too, like there's no fear with the opposition. And maybe,
Zero.
part and parcel to the building that, the Leafs play in and all the suits in that building. But like I would just love a team that has some like bite. I don't know how you bring it. That's why I love Luke Shen, what he brought to the table. Just to give them a second thought, right? I think more times than not when teams play the Leafs, they're like, we can do what we want. There's going to be no answer, right?
100%. I mean, we had Wayne train there, and he could get it done. He provided that, but it
Yeah.
didn't work out with Wayne. No matter what, it's one of my when I look at it, to think that it didn't work out for Wayne there, and think about what he was capable of in Philadelphia, especially, and the toughness, just out of this world toughness. That guy fought guys that were seriously tough, and Wayne not only handled them, but like friggin' went to town on them, and he could provide so much of that in his offensive skill. It just burns me that they couldn't make it work with him for whatever reason. And it is what it is, and I guess you move on, and you got to try to get someone to fill that role. But I mean, they tried to do it with Wayne. You got to give them credit for that, and what a great pickup, because I just remember him in Philadelphia on the power play, just getting it on that strong side and then pulling it to the middle and going far side or five hole. He scored so many goals that way. He was so good in front of the net. He couldn't get pushed around. He did not take any bullshit. He could stick up for himself and teammates. and it didn't work out. So I give them credit for having that in place in the years past, but we need to replace it now and not forget about that. And it's nice they're going in that direction because it definitely matters, and it's definitely what this team is lacking.